And I said, I enjoy doing this, so why not cater to a lot more people? And then we created a Facebook group, and that's how people started coming forward, and then we increased and increased. So we used to give to about 100 people, and now every weekend it's about 2,000.
Wow.
But we don't give cooked food items. Of course, keeping the bylaws in mind, we give non-cooked food items. So like we give them fruits, vegetables, laban ups, juices, chips, croissants.
So every weekend you're feeding 2,000 people.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so going back to, it started in a cafeteria.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of grow from there? Did you go to different cafeterias? Did you go to, I guess, labor accommodation facilities?
Yes. So what we do is, as a feeder labor, we go to a construction site where the construction has just begun. And because I'm very close to this industry, I'm into real estate, so I understand the efforts being put in behind, building these high rises. So I go to a construction site, I take the permissions from the engineers, from the owners of that building. So it takes about 3 years for any high rise to get constructed, 3 to 3.5 years. So every Saturday we go to that site till it's completed. And when the laborers move out, we also move out, and then we look for another sites. So we choose different locations. So previously we were doing in Gisais, Dubai, and Business Bay. But for now we're just doing in Dubai and Business Bay. So in total it's about 2,000.
And I guess, if you're there, consecutively for every week, do you start building relationships? And what is the reaction of the people?
Oh, they get super excited. It's like how we look for our weekends, they look for that particular Saturday.
Really?
And they're like, so it was so nice last week, in fact. So whilst we give, I tend to talk to them, like, how's your work going? How's your family? If you have kids, and so on and so forth. So like, sir, every weekend you get us vegetables. There's a family who donates fruits and vegetables, and we usually bring in laban ups. It's like, can we get some pack of biscuits? Because now it's cold. We would love to have with our tea. I said, oh, why not? Yes, of course. If there's anything else, do let me know. I said, no, I think that should suffice. I said, okay. So I just put in the group. I said, hey guys, they asked for a pack of biscuits. If anybody want to come forward and probably donate. And we've got chunk of items come in. It was like hot chips, Cheetos.
The sweet stuff, the good stuff.
Sweet stuff, like so much. And when they got it, they're like, we just asked you for a biscuit. And wow. We're like, we're so happy. I'm like, these small things make them so happy. I'm like, I wish we can keep continuing, giving in a large quantity to them.
Well, that's why it's important, I guess, for people to know about what you're doing. And in terms of, you said someone gives the fruit and you give the labna. How do you get the support? How do you get the community involved?
Yes.
How do you get people kind of giving the fruit and veg and giving the Cheetos or whatever it is?
Right. So it's been now 397 weeks since I started, and it's been non-stop even during COVID. So the beauty of feeder labor is we don't collect cash, so no donations. Of course, that's Dubai laws. We can't raise funds. We don't take any of your goods. If you want to, I've got calls that, hey, I've got 1,000 packs of chips. Can I get it delivered to your house? I trust you. Why don't you go and deliver it? I said, sorry, no. The whole purpose of feeder labor is we don't need your money. I need your time. So once you give your time to someone who cannot give anything back to you, that's what I want you to experience it. So it's very easy for you to say, hey, you know what? I want to give you 500 dirhams every month from my salary. Go and do it. But that you can earn it back. But what about your time? For someone who's never going to give you any benefit. So the whole purpose of feeder labor is we want you to go take the effort, go to a supermarket or wholesaler, buy these items, load them in, come to the site. Now the weather is good, but in the summers you actually feel it. Even standing there for just 10 minutes, we've had people fainted, we've had people getting issues with dehydrations. Come to the site, give with your own hand, and get the feeling, because that's priceless. So we give cash. Yes, I mean everybody has their own way of distributing or doing their charity, but I personally feel that time is a commodity which can never be gained back, and especially for someone who can never give anything back to us. Just then a thank you or probably a smile or just even nothing. A lot of laborers just say thank you, sir. Some don't even say anything, but it's just the feeling which we gain at the beginning of the week, now it's like the weekend. It's just priceless.
Talk to us about any of the people that you've met and the reactions that you've gotten from them. Have you kind of discovered more about their personal stories during your time?
Yes. So pre-COVID, we used to celebrate. So let's say when we completed 100 weeks of distribution non-stop, we would celebrate. We go to a labor camp. We would gather a group of people. We would distribute the quantity of the number of labor at the camp. So if there are 3,000 people, our aim was to increase the number of quantities. So we distributed about 22 items, which is 3,000 per item at the labor camp. So that's your vests, t-shirts, washing powders, fruits, labans. So a lot of people came forward, and we were at one of the labor camps. I remember this was in Al Quoz. And when we gave it to him, he was just standing there. He didn't move. And after an hour, I was wondering, why is he just standing there? He's not doing anything, I approached him. I said, you okay? I mean, do you need something? Why are you standing here? He said, who are you guys? Why did you guys come here? I was shocked. I'm like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? He said, nobody has ever done this for us. And he said, can I just hug you? Because I've been seeing you running around organizing things. Wow. I just wanted to hug you and say thank you because you thought about us. These things, yeah, could be small for you guys, but it's quite big for us. And can I just hug you and say thank you? Oh my God, I was like, that was the most emotional hug ever I've received, and I can never forget that moment. So that has been the most memorable day for me, in fact.
Wow, that's so touching. These guys are building the city.
Yeah.
And for them to say to you, that he felt that no one had ever seen him, and that you're the first person to actually acknowledge and thank.
And he said, why are you giving it to us? And what we said is, the reason we're giving it to you is to appreciate what you guys are doing. It's always easy to appreciate people of our level. So if we are working with, if we're in a company and we have colleagues and they do something for us, it's very easy for us to appreciate because we feel they are of our level. But sometimes, probably you could see the pride, the ego comes in when somebody's below us. It's very difficult to go down there and say, hey, you know what, thank you for doing this for me. It's very easy to say thank you to someone above us.
It's interesting.
Always, because we always feel they're more empowering and we're below them. But what about when you say thank you? Can you say thank you to someone, a cleaner? Someone who adds no value to your life, but probably just even opening a door for you or doing something. So yes, we cannot go out to thousands of laborers and say thank you, but that's one of our way of giving them back and just appreciating their hard work. Yes, they're doing for the company, they're earning it, they're earning well, they're living a good lifestyle in Dubai compared to back in India and Africa. But I just feel that it's it's our responsibility to appreciate those who are below us.
Do you have any idea of the scale of the number of people you've helped since you started back in 2014?
Yeah, it's crossed over 500,000 already.
Wow, that's incredible.
So 397 weeks, over 500,000.
That's simply amazing. And to anyone who's watching who thinks that they don't have the time, do you have any kind of any message to them to note like how helpful their time could be?
Yes. So we often, I get this a lot. In fact, when we put requests on the Facebook group and they're like, hey, listen, it's weekend, I don't have the time. Can I give you something? And I said, you need to take some time out. I'm not saying come and put 2 hours and distribute to probably, we don't do the distribution right now, but you can help even one person in a day. If you see a cleaner, give him something. So whenever I go out for work and my mom, my dad, they ring me up and they're like, are you coming home for lunch? Having lunch with us? I said, nope. So my friends, they usually joke around. They're like, you're always having a lunch alone. I said, I'm never alone, because I never buy a meal for myself alone. I always buy 2. So as soon as I step out, I see someone, a cleaner, a gardener, I make sure I give them, so I'm never alone. So I always have a company.
Paying it forward every single day.
Yes, we have to. We have to, right? So, I mean, that's the way we've been instilled from our grandparents and our parents.
I was going to say, is this something you've seen growing up?
Yes. So my grandma, she passed away last year, and she was 95. Until 95, she was just donating. So her dream was that the day she leaves the world, she should go empty-handed, and the money should be given to the poor people. So then it came to my father and then my mom, and that's how we.
What a fabulous family to grow up among. That's truly amazing. Anyone who's been touched by this story, how can they reach out to you? How can they get involved?
We have a group on Facebook. They can just join the group, and I keep posting weekly activities. So we have sites already fixed in Dubai and Business Bay. So in case if they miss out any posts, so they already have the location pins and they can join us with the timings given and the number of people at the site.
Amazing. Guys, that was a truly inspirational story for someone who's just giving his time and just truly giving back in the UAE. That's Inder Bhagnani. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe and wash your hands. Bye-bye.